The following is a special presentation of Big Polly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Welcome to game number 2 this weekend here in the HTBL. Same day, the first Saturday of the season, we play the game from the Atlantic League, the easternmost 14 teams, and a game from the Pacific League, but we play the games from the same day. Today, it's Texas 2-1 against Los Angeles, who started the year getting swept by Colorado. 76-degree day, as I try to suppress a cough. 17-mile-per-hour wind left to right. It's Don Sutton taking the hill against Darren Oliver.
Play ball!
Your lineup for the Rangers: Wills at second base will lead off. That is Bump Wills. Buddy Bell is at third. He will bat second. Palmeiro, the first baseman, batting third. Joey Gallo is a right fielder batting fourth. He was the 2021 representative for Texas, even though he finished the year with the Yankees, because he had the best WAR of anybody on the 2021 Texas Rangers, so he qualifies for this all-time team. Bird is at center. He bats fifth. Ward in left, batting sixth. Sundberg is the catcher, batting seventh. Fletcher at shortstop, batting eighth. Darren Oliver, the pitcher, he will bat ninth. We do not use the DH in the HTBL, at least for this season 1.1. Defensively for LA, Dusty Baker, a 7 and a 4 in left field. Mike Trout, because this is a combination of Dodgers and Angels, he is an 8 and a 7. He is in center. Raul Mondesi, a 6 and an 8 in right. Glaus is a 7 at third base. Ferguson is an 8 at shortstop. Noop is a 9. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He is at second. At first base is Steve Garvey, the father of our country, or so he tried to be. He will be at first base. I'm laughing because Ella has come up to join me, my cat. Mike Piazza is a 7 with a 5 arm. He is the catcher. And Black and Decker himself, Don Sutton, getting his first start of the year. 2.86 ERA should be how he averages out. A 12.14 whip and an opposing batting average should be 2.28. But against these hitters, you never know. And here's Bump in the box. Oh, I beg your pardon, folks. I forgot I have to set the preferences. Computer could play as Texas. I will play as Los Angeles. Sorry about that. You always forget something here or there. Now, Willis is a 10 bunter, so we're going to bring the corners in. And it's a grounder to Noop over to Garvey, and that is your first out of the game.
Buddy Bell.
Bell started out 2 for 4. And Willis is still yet to have a hit in the season, but we're early yet. And he should have a 293 average, and he has a 792 OPS. That's how he should rate. Hit well to right. Mondesi with the putout.
First baseman Rafael.
Score that
Palmeiro.
a big 9 in the corresponding box. Rafael Palmeiro, again 2 for 4 on the year, a 500 batting average. Should hit 303, his OPS 965. To Sutton. No, Sutton's going to cover first as Garvey picks it up.
Pitching for Texas, Darren Oliver.
And Texas.
Leading off for Los Angeles.
A 1-2-3 inning for them.
Steve Garvey.
So there, you just heard the PA announcer. Garvey is leading off. We'll go through the starting lineup for LA, the batting order. Garvey at first. Bats first. Fergosi at shortstop bats second. Mike Trout is the center fielder batting third. I have his 2018 card that I use because the historical set does not mention Mike Trout, but I thought he would be worthy of being on this team. Piazza is your catcher batting fourth. Baker in left batting fifth. Glaus is at third base batting sixth. Mondesi in right field batting seventh. Noop is the second baseman batting eighth. And Sutton will be the pitcher batting ninth. Defensively for Texas, Gary Ward is a 7 and a 6, and he could play any position in the outfield, also can play first base. Marlon Byrd, a 7 and a 6, he could play all the outfield positions. Gallo, a 10 and a 10, don't get better than that. He is in right. He finished the year with the Yankees, of course, in 2021. Buddy Bell, a 9, he is at third. Scott Fletcher is a 5 at short. He could also play second and third. Bump Wills is a 6. Rafael Palmeiro is a 7. Behind the dish, Jim Sundberg, a 9 and a 9 arm. And Darren Oliver, you see him there. His first start of the year. His whip is 1.503. Ouch. And his opponent should hit 282 off of him, so he should be hittable. Garvey leading off. So far in the year, 3 of 6. Grounded to the shortstop. Over to Palmeiro, 1 out.
Shortstop, Jim Ferguson.
Ferguson, so far in the year, 3 for 9. As I said, the Dodgers got swept at home by the Colorado Rockies to start the year. They are both in
Center
the
fielder,
West Division of the
number
Pacific
27,
League. That was a K.
Trout.
Trout started the year 0 for 4. He has a .312 batting average, or should, and his OPS 1.088. See if LA can avoid a 1-2-3 inning. They can, as Trout gets a walk. Mike Piazza is 1 for 7 to start the year. He should hit .333. His OPS just a tick over 1. 1.001. The pitch. It's going to be a throwback to first, and Trout is back in there safely. And we'll try again with Piazza. Grounder to first. Palmeiro fumbles it. And
Right
Piazza,
fielder, number 13, Joey Gallo.
still was out as the bobble took place just close enough to the first base bag so where Palmeiro could still make the putout. So we have played an inning. No score between the Rangers and the Dodgers, with some Angels on there. Gallo, 223 on the year. This is actually his first plate appearance. And this is skied to right. He's got tremendous power, and that is gone. Joey Gallo with the round tripper. 1-0 Texas.
Marlon Byrd.
Byrd up now. He is so far in the year. This will also be his first appearance of the season. And he skies it to left, and Baker underneath that.
Left fielder,
1 out.
Gary Ward.
Ward, another player who has not seen action yet this season. And remember, we have 100-man rosters, so this will happen quite frequently. Grounder to third, Glaus to Garvey, and that
Catcher,
is out number 2.
Sundberg.
Sundberg has also not seen action so far this year. 268 hitters, OPS of 725. That's what he's rated on, and another 5-3 putout.
Left fielder, Dusty Baker.
So Texas picking up a run. We go to the bottom of the second now. 1-0 your score. Dusty Baker up. He started the year 2 for 5. And that is popped up. It looks like it's going to go to
Third baseman,
Fletcher, and it does.
Glaus.
on the year is 1 for 4. Should hit 258. His OPS 849, 32 homers, 95 RBIs. As well as what is on his card. Glaus is aboard with
Right
the walk.
fielder, Raul Mondesi.
Mondesi, the 7-hitter, 1 for 3 so far this season. Hits righties 281. By the way, Darren Oliver can go 110 pitches. Sutton 125. Glaus not really a threat to steal. And this is hit well to center. Trout will get there. Not Trout, but Byrd will get there.
Second baseman, Bobby.
2 outs. Bobby Knoop is 3 for 9. And then we get to the pitcher spot. And this is a grounder. And that's an out.
Shortstop, Scott.
I don't know if that was the first baseman unassisted or did he toss it to the pitcher. Couldn't really tell with the graphic. So we played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Scott Fletcher, your shortstop, up for Texas. This is hit well to right, and Mondesi with the out.
Darren Oliver.
Oliver hits righties 222. He is not a bad hitting pitcher. 233, 7 for 30 is what's on his card. And Sutton so far, no walks, no strikeouts. Every ball has been put into play. Piazza, can he get to this? He can, second out. Top of the order now, back for Texas, and it's Bump Wills, who is 0 for 1 on the day. Grounder to Ferguson. He throws to Garvey.
Pitcher, Don, Sutton.
And we move to the bottom of the third. Sutton will hit for himself. I'll get the warning message here. And that's a K. That's 2 for Oliver. So far in the game, he's got 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Steve Garvey leading off, 0 for 1. That's a base hit down the left field line. Will Garvey go for second? He gets in there. Double. Double number 2 for Steve Garvey. And that brings up Jim Ferguson, who is 0 for 1. Ball 4, so it's now runners at first and second for the ever-dangerous Mike Trout, who is 0 for... No, he has not had an official plate appearance in this game. It hits him! Dead ball is the call from the umpire, which is what it does. Says the ball is dead and it's not a wild pitch. It's not a passed ball. Base is loaded and 1 out for Mike Piazza, and this is the kind of situation the Dodgers want to be in. 0 for 1 so far this day. Base hit, that's going to bring in at least 1. Ferguson scores behind Garvey, and it's 2-0. And 2-1, I'm sorry, in favor of the Dodgers. So a 2-run single for Piazza. Baker up. Dusty is 0 for 1 so far today. Runners at third and second. Hit well to right. And oh, that is just foul. Gallo could only watch that one, and he was hoping it would turn right and go into foul territory, which it did. And you got a big money pitch here, 3-2 with 1 out. Ball 4, bases are reloaded for Troy Glaus, who is not had an official at bat yet because he walked in inning number 2. And this is hit well to the left, but it's going to stay in the park. Ward underneath it. Trout, will he go home? Yes, he will. And the score is now 3-1 on the sac fly. Raul Mondesi, 0 for 1 for the game. And will this drop? No, it goes to Ward. Ward catches it in the air, and that will be out number 3. But LA picks up 3, and we go to the 4th with them leading 3-1. Buddy Bell is 0 for 1. He skies it to left, and Baker will watch that go foul. No, he made the putout. He made the putout on the left field line. Nicely done. When you can fool the announcers, you can fool anybody. Rafael Palmeiro, 0 for 1. That's caught by Garvey. Takes it to the bag unassisted. Thought that might have been a base hit, but it was not. We get back to Joey Gallo, who hit the home run earlier in the game. He is 1 for 1 and a homer. Trout, underneath that, a great play. And the side is retired. After 3.5, 3-1 Dodgers. Noop is 0 for 1. Grounded to the shortstop Fletcher. He throws to Palmeiro, and there's 1 out. Don Sutton will hit. He is 0 for 1. Yes, I know my pitcher is about to hit, but I like the warning messages. And that's a base hit for Sutton. How about that? That brings up Steve Garvey. Garvey 1 for 2 on the day. Grounder. Palmeiro will take it to the bag unassisted, and Sutton will move up to second base with 2 out. Ferguson 0 for 1. Hit well to left, but that looks like it's hooking foul. So in one pitch mode, we move up to a count of 1-2 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, 3-1 LA leading. And that's ball 4. That is walk number 5 already for Darren Oliver. Mike Trout is your new hitter. 0 for 4 on the season so far. You know he's looking for a hit here. And that's going to drop for a base hit. Sutton will come around. He scores. Ferguson moves to third. Trout moves to second. It's a single. And the Dodgers lead 4-1. Mike Piazza up 1 for 2 on the season. He is now 2 for 9. Hit well to right, but Gallo will get to it, and he does. Side retired. We have played 4 innings now, and your score, LA 4 and Texas 1. Marlon Byrd up. He is 0 for 1 on this day. This is a grounder, a slow ground ball to short. Ferguson to Garvey, 1 out. Ward up, 0 for 1 on the day. Having a hard time reading the numbers here for Texas. That's a base hit to left. First hit of the game for Ward. And Texas now has their second hit. Sundberg 0 for 1. That is K number 1 for Don Sutton. And we go to Scott Fletcher, the last chance for Texas in the 5th. This is skied to right. Can Mondesi get to it? No, a foul ball. Count now 2-2 to Fletcher. Up the middle. And I think that was the second baseman getting to it. Nope, he threw the first for out number 3. We have played 4.5, and your score is 4-1. I forgot to do a commercial break before the game. We'll do it now, right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below. And welcome back, everybody. Big Paulie coming to you this Super Bowl Sunday. I hope you all enjoy the big game we'll have in a few hours between the Rams and the Bengals. But we're talking baseball right now. It is the first Saturday of the HTBL season, April 2nd. I believe it is. 4th game for each team. And it's 4-1 LA at this juncture of the game, bottom of the 5th. Dusty Baker 0 for 1. And this is popped up to first base. High, Palmeiro giving chase, but it's foul. And the count 0-2 because we play in 1 pitch mode. Base hit to right center and Baker on board. Of course, Dusty is now the manager of the Houston Astros. Klaus is up, and he has not had an official at bat yet. He walked in the 2nd and sac flied in the 3rd. 4-1 at Dodger Stadium. This is actually a day game. Part of our Game of the Week package. We'll play every Saturday out for you. We'll play a game from the Pacific, a game from the Atlantic. This is the Pacific League game. Texas is in the Midwest Division, and LA is in the West. Klaus, that's a grounder to third. Bell, quick throw over to Palmeiro to get him, and that's 1 out. Mondesi 0 for 2. Baker has moved up to second base, so a base hit might bring him in. Sky to center, and Byrd watches this bounce off the wall, plays the Cara. Mondesi in with a double, which brings in another run, and it is 5-1 in favor of LA. Oliver, will they keep him in? He's at 95 pitches already. His EPC is 110. Noop, 0 for 2. That's a grounder, not a grounder, but a... Oh, wait a minute. That is going to be what? What happened there? That was a double. That was a double to right field. It was a slow line drive to right. Noop is in with a double. Another run scores. It is 6-1. Yeah, you lined a double to right, but it was kind of a slow liner. And Sutton will come in to take another at bat. And with 1 out, we can bunt him. Use the bunt. And that's over to first. Nope. Noop moves over to third. And the hook has come for Darren Oliver. The call to the bullpen brings in Joaquin Benoit.
Pitching for Texas, Joaquin Benoit.
And this is the first action he has seen in the HTBL season. Noop at third. Garvey at the plate. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. And LA leading by more than a swing now, 6-1. This is hit well to right, And the right
Pitcher,
fielder Gallo got
Joaquin
to it.
Benoit.
Benoit is now at the plate. Will there be a pinch hitter called?
Pinch
Yes, there
hitting
will
for
be.
Texas, Dave Moates.
Dave Moates has gone 1 for 5 so far on the year. He is the pinch hitter in this role. And that's K number 2 for Sutton. Sutton is at how many pitches? 74. And we're in the 6th inning here at Dodger Stadium. Bump Wills is 0 for 2. This is hit well to right. Mondesi will make the play, though. 2 outs. And then we go down to Buddy Bell, who is 0 for 2. Yokiro Buddy Bell. Ferguson, Garvey, 3rd out of the inning. Dale Mahorkic is coming in the game for Texas.
Pitching for Texas, Dale Mahorkic.
Okay, Mahorkic. 1 inning pitched. He struck out 2 in that inning. So Texas will be dependent on the reliever. This is the 3rd pitcher they have already used in this game. And LA leading 6-1. They got to hold LA and try to force their way back. Fergosi is 0 for 1. And that's right back to Mahorkic. He throws to Palmeiro, 1 out. Back to Mike Trout, 1 for 1 on the day. Hit to left. Ward underneath it for the 2nd out. Mike Piazza is 1 for 3. And that's a base hit to center field. And Piazza legs a double out. That's number 2 in that department for him this year, this young season. Each team playing their 4th game out of 162. Dusty Baker, 1 for 2. Runner at 2nd. This is popped up, and it's going to be either Bell or Ward, and it's Bell who catches that. Side retired for LA in the 6th. We have played 6, and it is 6-1 in favor of the Dodgers. Rafael Palmeiro is 0 for 2. And hit well to right. Mondesi underneath it, 1 out. Joey Gallo, 1 for 2. Ball 4. So he is aboard. Sutton is at 94 pitches. He should be fine for a couple more innings. I don't know if he'll go all the way. Bird is 0 for 2. Fergosi to Noop, and they hold the ball there, so it was a force out at 2nd, and that was it. 2 outs for Ward, who is 1 for 2. And that's K number 3 for Don Sutton. Stretch time. Big Paulie coming back. Bottom of the 7th, LA having a comfortable game, leading 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Sutton has only surrendered 2 hits. And it's Troy Glaus up for the Dodgers. The former Angel is 0 for 1. And he's part of this LA team since it's a conglomerate of the Angels and Dodgers. K number 1 for Mahorkic. And that brings up Raul Mondesi, who is 1 for 3. Scorch to center, base hit. It's a double as Mondesi gets in there quickly. Noop, 1 for 3. And that's a base hit. Mondesi holds at 3rd. Runners at the corners for Don Sutton, who I'm going to leave in. And we'll try a squeeze. We're going to try the old safety squeeze. Picked up by the 3rd baseman. He goes home. And I believe an out was recorded. Danny Patterson in to pitch now for Texas as they use pitcher number 4.
Pitching for Texas, Danny, Patterson.
Okay, so you got a runner at, you got Sutton at first, you got Noop at second on the sacrifice bunt that failed, and Garvey stepping up 1 for 4. Grounded to first, Palmeiro to the bag unassisted, side retired. We go to the 8th, and it is 6-1 in favor of LA. Sutton's going to stay in. He's had 102 pitches, 23 pitches away from his fatigue level. Sundberg is 0 for 2. Base hit to left field, only the third hit Texas has gotten today. Fletcher 0 for 2.
Pinch hitting for Texas, Michael Young.
But they're going to bring in Michael Young, as you just heard. He enters the game 5 for 14. And we'll have to check the defensive lineup when LA bats in the 8th. The pitch. Ball 4. Runners at first and second.
Danny, Patterson.
I think we'll give Sutton one more chance to righten out the ship. Otherwise, we'll bring a reliever in.
Pinch hitting for Texas, Julio Bourbon.
Julio Barbone entering the game. This will be his first at bat. 197 plate at bats he should have. So he's pretty much in a pinch hitting role. He's a good bunter. Piazza conferring with Sutton. The pitch. And that's a base hit. And that brings in Sundberg, and it's 6-2. And I think it's time to give Sutton the hook. And you got a lot of good pitchers we could use here. I'm curious. Well, I'm not that curious. Let's go ahead, and we have Wills up at second. We're going to bring in Peranoski, Ron Peranoski. Peranoski has pitched 1 inning so far in the season, and there was nothing notable about it. He's a lefty, range of 5, fielding percentage very, I wouldn't say terrible, but not good at .833, but you don't put him in there because of how he can field. Willis is 0 for 3, facing a lefty. He's a switcher, and that is ball 4. And now we have danger here, Cherie, as Buddy Bell steps to the plate. It'll be a lefty against a righty. Bell is 0 for 3, so we will quickly... Who is the closer for LA? I wonder. It's Rodriguez. Okay, so I'm going to bring in Percival. We'll bring in Percival, and then we'll bring in K-Rod in the 9th if it's a save situation. Bell is 0 for 3, and it's now righty-righty. Ball 4, a run scores. And the News Titans for LA, they give up another run. 2 have now scored for Texas in the 8th, and it's 6-3. Palmeiro 0 for 2. We're going to stay with everybody. Ball 4. It's 6-4. How about this? Gallo is 1 for 2. We'll just keep everybody where they are. We're going to play no doubles in the outfield. Hit well to right. Mondesi underneath it, and the runner at third, Willis, will score, and it's 6-5. How about that? Bird is 0 for 3.
Pinch hitting for Texas, Josh Hamilton.
And they're going to bring in Josh Hamilton. Critical situation here. He has not had an official at bat. He's 286, OPS 852, and he hits righties 294. So a crucial at bat here. The pitch. Ball 4. My. How this game has changed. So now you bring the corners in for Ward. And Ward is 1 for 3. How this game swept away so quickly.
Pinch hitting for Texas.
And they're going to go with Rusty Greer.
Greer.
Rusty Greer is going to be a pinch hitter. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 pinch hitters Texas has used in this inning. So it's Percival facing Greer. They bring in a lefty. So I am going to bring in a lefty and put LaRoche in the game. Dave LaRoche has not seen any action. So it's lefty-lefty. Corners are in. And now Craig Gentry is going to enter the game. And there's the pitch. Skied to right. Can Mondesi get to it? He can, but that's going to bring a tying run in favor of Buddy Bell, and it is 6-6. Sundberg up as Texas is now batted around. He is a righty. We're going to bring Saito in, Takashi Saito, as wheels continue to turn in rapid fashion here in the 8th inning. So it's righty-righty. And that strikeout for Saito is out number 3. Tim Crabtree will come in and pitch the 8 for Texas. Let's reset the lineup.
Tim Crabtree.
Ferguson, Hamilton will be in left. Gary Matthews, the Sarge, will be in center. Joey Gallo stays in right. And let's see, Bump Wills and Michael Young enters the game at short, and I think everybody else stays the same. Crabtree has not pitched to anybody so far this year. And Fergosi is up 0 for 2. Base hit. He's aboard. That brings up Mike Trout, who is 1 for 2 on the day. That's going to be a base hit to left center. And Fergosi's going to move over to third in the bargain. Runners at the corners now. Infield will come in for Mike Piazza, who is 2 for 4. Bases will be loaded after the walk. Bases full of Los Angelinos. And Dusty Baker entering, 1 for 3. And that is a pop line drive to Wills for the first out. Klaus will come in 0 for 2. And this is skied to center. This should bring in a go-ahead run. Fergosi is at third. Will he tag up? He's safe at home. And your score is now 7-6. And we have yet another new pitcher entering the game.
Pitching for Texas, Brian Schaus.
Schaus has seen 1 inning of work. Nothing spectacular about it. Retired everybody he faced. Mondesi coming in 2 for 4. So it's 7-6. We've had a wild 8th inning. We have Texas from 6-1 down, tying the game with 5, but LA has retaken the lead with 1 run in the 8th. So we've had a couple of good games here this weekend on the HTBL. The pitch. That's hit well to left, and it's gone. A home run for Mondesi, and it's 10-6. 3-run home run for Raul. His first of the year, 364 happy feet that went. And now we go to Noop, who is 2 for 4. I should have my lineup sheet up. And we might have to have somebody pinch hit for Saito. The pitch. And this is a fly to right, but foul. Noop 2 for 4. This is hit to center. And Matthews underneath that. And that's an out. We'll keep Saito in the game with this being a non-save situation. But he gives up 3 runners, then we can bring in K-Rod. So, what a wild 8th inning. Texas with 5, LA with 4. They lead 10-6. Young up. This will be his first at bat. Or will it? He walked in the 8th. So this is his second plate appearance. Grounder, Noop over to Garvey, 1 out.
Center fielder, Gary Matthews.
Gary Matthews, this I think is his first at bat. And that's taken by Garvey. A great play over to Saito for out number 2. Last chance to dance for the Rangers will be Bump Willis, who is 0 for 3. Grounder to second, this should be it. Over to first, Dodgers win. Dodgers get their first win of the year, 10-6. But it was anything but boring in that 8th inning, I'll tell you that. So it was Crabtree picking up the loss. He was 0 for 1. LaRoche blew a save, but Saito got the win. He goes 1 and 0. Mondesi with the big bash, a 3-run homer, and he takes MVP honors. So that was quite an interesting game. Gallo 1 for 2, a homer, 2 RBIs. Piazza 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Trout went 2 for 3. And we were just talking about Mondesi. He had 3 for 5, a homer, and 4 RBIs. So the Dodgers win 10-6. And we'll have a couple of games for you next week here on the HTBL channel. I do not remember offhand at this very moment what games they will be. But they will be games from April 9th, the second Saturday of the HTBL season. And let me come on camera. I'll have a lot of games to play. And you notice I'm in my same shirt from yesterday. That's because I recorded this on Saturday, February 12th, for air, 1 o'clock on February 13th. So I hope you enjoyed the game, and we will be back with you for HDFL action for Valentine's Day, February 14th. It'll be Detroit and Minnesota, I think. And I'll be playing out games all week here in the HTBL, which takes a little bit to do the way I have this set up, but that's fine. I have the time right now. So this has been the Hometown Baseball League. Big Paulie coming to you, wishing you well. Hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl today, or as I recorded this on the 12th, tomorrow. Well, never mind. Godspeed and God bless everybody, and we will do it all again soon. Me and Ella say bye-bye for now, everybody.